Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final round of the tournament. Um, I'm just gonna get the runners started in a moment. Okay, in 15 seconds they will be off.
My mic's been off this whole darn time.
Well, that would explain a thing or two.
Oops. Sorry
Well,
about
how you doing,
that.
Cap?
I'm fantastic, Zeke. It is a great night for Rando, and it is the finale of the Metroid Prime Randomizer 2020 tournament.
Yep, just Zeke is fine, by the way.
Alrighty.
So, these two racers have faced each other 4 times already in this tournament, so this is going to be their 5th matchup. And you can tell how evenly matched they are by the fact that they tied once, and we weren't even sure ties could happen in Rando.
Surprise.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm sure our runners are looking for a clear answer tonight. I'm pretty sure they don't want to have another tie. Otherwise, the audience at home would be getting... I know they say in hockey they call overtime free hockey. I'm not sure how the audience feels about free Rando. I'm sure they would love it, but let's... we are going to wait for the restream to catch up. It's usually like a minute behind or something like that. And we're off.
All right.
No, we have no special gentlemen's agreements this time around. The last couple of races have been nothing short of spectacular with randomized scan visor and charge beam. Not the case this time around.
Yeah, though that last round did disappoint a bit by providing the runners both scan visor and charge beam pretty early.
Especially scan visor, because it was right in front of the artifact hints. Speaking of artifacts...
Hey, what do you know? Not a bad thing to find here, of course, but it's nowhere near as good as missiles, which led us into the artifact temple and a couple of other items right away.
Yeah, that looked like a beam under the ship.
I think that was plasma beam.
I think that I'd be inclined to agree with you there.
Yeah, so that's a big find. They'll have to come back for it. But today we did not have to see anybody do PAL scan dash to their PAL combat dash method for space jump first, and that's a relief.
Absolutely.
I was impressed at how fast and easy they made it look, but even the runners this good, one of them took a second try.
Yeah, Diggle's been had to do a couple of 2 tries with his PAL SJF, but Interslice nailed it first try in their first race.
Yeah. Those of us whose original version of Metroid Prime was PAL or Player's Choice have had to learn that method and struggle with it before they finally got the proper intended.
Couldn't see what was on grapple. I couldn't see what was on grapple ledge, but I did see that it was a that looked like supers in the half pipe and a suit in vault ledge.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Which means we've got pretty loaded main plaza.
I'm sorry. Are we sure we're on 2.5?
Haha. Yeah, that's another interesting note. For those who haven't been watching the whole tournament, we've been through 3 versions of the randomizer. We started with 2.2.2, then 2.4, which turned out to be much, much too easy, even though Bash had explicitly designed it not to be. 2.5, where he seems to have hit the proper sweet spot, and we get some seeds that are jet, some that are tough, and some that are in between. 2.3, incidentally, was skipped because there was a bug found quickly, and he just went ahead to 2.4.
Yeah, I remember 2.4 had something to do with, I think Gathering Hall and Furnace had issues where they were, like, considered one way.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But we get with missiles and power bombs as our first 2 items from Hive Totem, so power bombs are nice, certainly no need to go hunting for those. That is not the correct Morph Ball upgrade to be able to use those power bombs, but hey.
Yeah.
Early Spider. And this has the makings of a pretty jet seed already.
Yeah, but let's not jinx it, because it just takes one item being on Omega Pirate to mess the whole thing up.
Yeah, it does. Although usually jinxing stuff is my specialty, to be fair. And we should mention missiles in the Ruin Nursery, so nothing going on up there.
Diggle's playing dangerously. He just jumped into a crowd of scarabs with no E-tanks.
Oh my. And I wish I could get a better view of what that suit is, but it looks like Interslice is going to take a detour to Ruin Shrine.
Yes, that's always a question whether you do this or not with the equipment they currently have, because if they don't see Morph Ball there or Space Jump, they're going to have to turn around.
And ladies and gentlemen, scarabs are dangerous. I believe that's Space Jump. Okay, so Interslice can get out now, but that's all he can do here.
So making this detour has probably paid for him, but he can't use his power bomb to open that hole because he doesn't have morph yet.
Nope, and it's just missiles in Upper Ruin Shrine, so we'll be probably not coming back for those unless we go to Tower of Light.
Yeah, and again, he was only taking a peek there. He couldn't have got the item if he wanted to because he couldn't morph into the hole.
Precisely. But Diggle is going to go ahead and check. He's probably going to go down to Transport Tunnel B first. I don't imagine he's going to. Yeah.
Transport Tunnel B
seems
seems to
supers
disproportionately often give something major.
Yeah, because it's an early sphere location because it's only locked by missiles.
But Interslice grabbing the other main plaza items, making it look easy.
Yeah, the suit was indeed gravity, and that's an artifact in the vault.
But again, can't get it yet.
All right, so we're getting somewhere for sure. So we now know about 2 artifacts. We already have gravity suit. That's not promising at all.
Yeah.
And
gravity suit
we actually
pretty much just bodes ill.
Yeah, and we have supers, so Interslice is going to just go ahead and grab the tree, which is another the main power bomb.
Aha! We love to see main PBs.
How did we not see that? It glows like a Christmas tree.
That's just how bad the commentary feed is.
Oh my. So at this point, though, since we still haven't found Morph Ball, it's probably just chilling right here in Artifact Temple.
That seems likely. The logic has many fewer options with without the hard tricks that these runners had enabled in the last couple of rounds. So it couldn't do something like putting it up in Arbor Chamber because the trick to get in there without plasma isn't enabled.
Well, it's not going to take us much to put Arbor Chamber in Logic. We only need X-Ray Visor, Grapple Beam, and we know where Plasma is, so
we need
looking for those two,
so
really.
Morph Ball couldn't be there.
And there's Morph Ball.
Yep, as you predicted. Oh, I just now noticed Diggle's playing in Fusion Suit.
At least it's not Fusion Varia, and it's going to skip right to Gravity, too, so...
That's true.
So, yeah, Diggle's about to learn about Vault.
Yes.
Usually, although I do know Diggle likes to wait until at least options start opening up to check his hints, but it may be a different scenario today because it's the tournament finale.
Yeah.
But yeah, Interslice is going to follow in Diggle's footsteps, this time with Space Jump in tow.
Yes, and that means that Interslice, if he wants, can go get the item at the top of what do you call that one with Arbor Chamber at the top?
Root Cave.
Yeah. You could even get Arbor Chamber if you wanted, although there is a small risk of soft locking if you try it.
Absolutely, yeah, and that is indeed Plasma under the ship, so nice. Diggle is going to take this to Fricka Crash Site really quick. Not in Logic, but easily doable with an underwater... Well, I say easily, but to these two it's easy. But, yeah, underwater slope jump can make this pretty much trivial.
Yeah, with Space Jump, it's trivial. Without Space Jump, the slope jump you have to do is much harder.
Luckily, the Arrow Troopers...
fly away.
Yeah, they do. Lucky.
Yeah, that was close, man. Don't give us a scare like that. Oh, beautifully done there, and a fine reward.
Absolutely. So Wave Beam is actually really good because that gives us, that's the Tower of Light access, actually. Out of Logic without boost, but we could still do, they will both probably do that sooner rather than later. Diggle is actually probably going to route it in with Ruin Shrine.
Yeah, that would make sense.
And I would imagine he's taking a safety save here. Yeah, he is. Whew.
Well, we can all breathe a little easier now.
For maybe another 5 minutes until either of them run into another pile of scarabs.
Yeah.
But no, I expect to see some incredibly gutsy plays tonight, especially because, again, this is tournament finals. This is the grand finals, no less.
But now that you mention it, yesterday, that last match could also have been the final one, and neither of them took the chance of doing the power bomb trick in Ice Chapel without saving.
Yeah, that's right.
So there may be a little bit of safety involved.
That was something that did give Diggle quite an edge in that race.
Yes, it certainly did.
Being able to grab supers nice and early from Chapel.
Yep.
Okay.
Interslice's reasoning did make sense once he got the chance to explain it.
And I think I saw the trail this time for main power bombs in the tree, so Diggle knows it's main power bombs this time. And he's probably going to route that in with supers.
Yep. The thing about these runners is that they make the little optimizations, like factoring in what direction they're going to come out of doors and so on. So it's easier for him to get the tree item on his way out of this room than it would have been to turn.
Yeah, not to mention he was still missing space jump and supers.
There is that, yes.
But yeah, indeed, as predicted, Diggle is going to go ahead and route in Tower of Missiles.
Yeah, let's not get too excited about this one, folks.
Yeah, typically because of how many items Tower of Light needs, because it needs Wave Beam and both ball upgrades and space jump and a huge amount of missiles.
Yeah, 40 at least.
Yeah, typically Tower of Light won't have any major progression. Tower Chamber has had some goodies every once in a while, but not too often you'll see Tower of Light have anything. Case in point.
Yeah. Now, of course, if you decide not to take the time to learn this trick, you will find bombs up there or something. And that exact situation happened to me in a weekly race once.
My goodness gracious. And indeed, Tower of Missiles.
Yep. But that gave me the motivation to learn the trick, and in fact, many of the tricks I've learned have been motivated by really needing them and not having them.
Oh my. But yeah, our runners are actually going to end up kind of being neck and neck here once they meet up in Main Plaza again.
Yeah, we'll have a handshake. Or actually, looks like we'll just miss the handshake.
No, they're going to high five in the tunnel.
Oh yeah. Right, I forgot Interslice would want to come back and do tower.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just not going to do him any good, because, yeah, probably that lower Ruin Shrine item was nagging on his head, nagging on his mind.
Yeah. Diggle, by the way, just showed us the slope jump to get up that half pipe, which is one option. Another one is to simply jump from the stairway. Lots of ways to get that thing if you have space jump.
Yeah, and in these settings, space jump is the only thing you need to get that item.
Yep.
But yeah, still no power, no regular bombs, so we're still going to have to put that artifact in vault off for a time being.
Yeah.
Diggle's actually having a hard time getting back up there.
Yeah, he got onto the platform just long enough to get the gravity suit, but now he's having trouble staying.
There he goes.
The best of us.
Yeah, I'm still struggling to do task jump in Echoes, so.
Mm-hmm. Which one's task jump?
That's the jump in the main room right before. It's one of the rooms in Temple Grounds right before near one of the elevators.
Yep.
One of the first ones you come across, and there's a slope jump you can do to get onto a column that you normally either need a double bomb jump or space jump for. But it's a really inconsistent slope jump. That was missiles.
Just looks like a missile to me.
Okay. I'm actually surprised neither of them, actually without Varisuit, yeah, I'm not surprised neither of them went to try Magma Pool.
E-Tank's not gonna happen.
Nope. Which, come to think of it, actually, I think up here... okay, Diggle's going to go to Watery Hall first. There's bombs.
Not a bad place to get them, and they already have Spider Ball, which is going to be great for Dynamo.
Absolutely.
Few things in the game suck as much as getting to Dynamo and not having Spider Ball yet, so you have to leave it.
Yeah, Diggle had to double dip that... Diggle and Interslice both had to double dip that in their past races because they didn't have Spider Ball the first time. So, what is that down there? Either way, they're not going to pick it up until after Dynamo, so they don't have to worry about eye lasers, which for some reason are immune to power bombs.
Yeah. And an E-Tank here. Good, it's about time they got one.
Yeah, that'll make things a little more cozier going forward. And another one.
And another one. Very healthy Dynamo today.
I don't think they're going to complain about that, especially if they want to check Watery Hall without...
The suit will make it trivial for them to get the underwater item as well.
Yep.
Oh, didn't even turn to look, so it must have been a missile before.
Fair enough, but that's
so
an artifact.
Tricks, just hop on up, and oh man.
So that's 3 artifacts already, and they haven't even checked their hints yet.
In trivial early game locations, I'm beginning to be cautiously optimistic that this is that jet seed you jinxed us with.
Yeah, I'm sure Diggle's had a couple of Diggle's got the
top of the hall.
Yeah, Diggle's had some time to relax lately after the seed he did for SG Live last Friday.
Yes, I was hearing you talk about that in the comms last time.
Yeah, that was a treat for the audience at home, to say the least.
Hmm.
For those who do not know, since we have like a minute and a half, since we're both going to see both runners go to Zoid. For those who don't know, Bash generated a seed for Diggle for SG Live. Went through about 150, I think he said he generated, to try and find the best one to match the estimate. He gave him an all bosses seed that had 2 artifacts on OP and Flagra with supers on Thardus.
Right.
And Biohazard Containment had an artifact.
Was Zoid actually required, or?
I don't remember.
We don't even think of Zoid really because as required or not, because we just always do them.
Oh, he's getting pinned by Zoid. Okay.
Yeah, that can be dangerous.
Yeah, it's less dangerous if you have 2 energy tanks, though. If it was
and
zero,
it
was still. Yes, that also helps. But yeah, if that were tankless, Dig would be in for a bad time.
Yeah.
But not much going on behind Zoid, just missiles.
Yep, and not much going on Zoid, because we all know how this fight goes.
Well, Interslice is going to take advantage of this time to give us our remaining hints. Security Cave, so far Fendrana. Vault, we know. Hall of the Elders, so Farchoso. Cargo freight lift to deck Gamma.
Huh.
Which is honestly not that bad. Honestly.
Not when we already have the gravity suit, that's true.
And Ice Beam, because, you know. So, you know, we actually could literally go get all of those right now, except the Farfendrana one, probably, because I bet you Boost Ball is needed for one of those.
Right.
That's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, I think we can safely call this a jet seed now.
Yeah, we can, because we already have all beams.
Even if Varia is in a ridiculous place, these runners are more than capable of getting to Fendrana without it.
Okay, that spiced things up a little bit.
Yeah.
So currently, I think actually we might not even need Boost Ball for Farfendrana. I think we're looking for literally just Phazon suit. That's it.
Oh yeah, Phazon, right.
Wow. So it's gonna well, the hunt for Phazon begins, folks, and Phazon suit can be almost anywhere. 99
of the 100 locations in the game. The only one ruled out is Phazon Mining Tunnel, which needs the Phazon suit to get there safely.
Much like the Ice Rod from Zelda: Link to the Past, only works for one check.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can full clear like Farchozo. We can do a lot. Not full clear Farchozo. Logically, I think you need Boost Ball for Crossway, but I don't think our runners care about that at this point.
Yeah, with all beams, gravity, and Spider Ball, there's very little in the game that's not available to them now.
We might even have a Variolist seed if the game decides so.
That would be pretty cool.
By the way, we can confirm this is a 2.4 seed now, right?
Absolutely.
Because what did Chozo have? It had Spider Ball, bombs, power bombs, gravity suit, 2 of the beams, like half the artifacts, supers, and main power bombs. I think I said main power bombs twice.
Yeah, well, it's like a sci-fi story where you try to cure cancer and you create super cancer. When Bash tried to cure the problem of Chozo being loaded, he overloaded it. That's 2.4, though. 2.5 is generally better.
And it looks like missiles in Crossway.
Yeah, no trouble there. Not that they would have had any difficulty getting that item, but you never want to do it if you don't have to.
Yeah, I think upper furnace also had missiles.
Yeah, we'll see if Diggle can pull off the cutscene skip again today. Or overlap, rather.
Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't want to have any more of those SG Live flashbacks where he had to do ghosts without charge beam.
Ooh.
Or X-ray visor.
I gotta watch that run. It's clearly a good time.
Oh yeah, it's on SG2 if you want to go see it.
Nice. So what Diggle's going to try to do here is kill the ghost and activate the bomb slot at about the same time, and this will cause the cutscenes to overlap and save a few seconds.
Unfortunately, the charge shot was being a little stupid there and not actually KOing the ghost. Ooh, you only had a half a second to pull that off. Nicely done.
Well done. Interslice will probably go for the same trick. We'll see if he gets it.
Yeah, having supers for ghosts just makes this a lot easier, because supers deal like 3/4 of a ghost's health, and charge beam can easily do the rest when it's not missing.
Yep. It's a funny thing, actually. Chozo Ghosts and Metroid Prime's Power Form both have the same conditions to kill. One super missile, one fully charged shot.
Makes sense.
Yep. Okay, there's the kill. Let's see if he can get the bomb in time. All right.
I think... Yep. Interslice is going for wave first.
Yes, which means that he's not going to try the bomb jump to... I mean, not going to bother with the bomb jump to get past the force field. We'll see if Diggle does that.
Yeah, Diggle's going to have to do that now because
unless he wants to reload the room, you're right.
Yeah, because the statue is now moved.
Yep.
I do remember him
using the plasma slot indicates confidence that he can pull off this trick.
He did try it. He did do it semi-recently, too.
Ooh,
can't remember if it was in
a... time.
Yeah, that was looking real good for a split second there. Nicely done.
Oh, beautiful.
Only second try. So yeah, that's going to give Diggle an extra minute here on Interslice.
Yeah.
It really just cannot be overstated, the level of execution that these runners have been able to pull off, especially now that when everything's on the line.
These two are both incredible runners. I love watching both of them. And Diggle in particular is a master of execution, while Interslice is a master of knowledge of the game. So any contest between them is a must-see.
And Diggle is going to back to Talon. Let's see what happens now.
Yes, we'll get an overgrown cavern check, and he can get his artifact on the frigate.
Yeah, it's probably just going to get that out of the way now. I would, and you can even check, just go through the whole thing. He can't can't roll out the bars, though, without Boost Ball. Unless, of course, it's just chilling here in Overgrown Cavern. Ooh, hey, now we can logically pick up the artifact.
Yes. So it's not the key item that would have been perfect, but it's still a key item. We're still looking at a very, very loaded early game.
Indeed. And Diggle is choosing not to go to Frigate yet.
Oh, okay.
Unless he's just electing to...
It's certainly true that there's a higher density of checks in some other places.
Unless he's just electing to take a quick safety save. Or thinking about Root Cave Arbor Chamber.
Also possible.
Yeah, he's thinking...
Any number of options.
Yeah, he's thinking Root Cave Arbor Chamber.
Okay.
Both of which are still hideously out of logic without X-Ray Visor and Grapple Beam.
Yes, that's true. Demonstrating a nice quick climb for that room.
Yeah, I think Diggle's just going to check these first and then do Frigate, because I think, logically, we are running out of checks besides Flagra.
Huh. Yeah, but let's not even think about that. But Diggle making the Root Cave dash look easy. And even skipping a platform for swag.
Yeah, quite frankly, I don't expect Arbor Chamber to be anything spectacular at this point. Yeah, it's just missiles, because we're still missing a lot of keys for it, and we don't think they're going to show up anytime soon. Unless, of course, they're both chilling in Frigate.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Interslice is treating us to a bar skip.
Second
But as
try.
you mentioned, that's a dubious play when you don't have boost ball, because you can't open up the gate. Looks like Interslice wants to do reverse Frigate.
All right, so we're... oh, and Diggle is not going to go to... Diggle is not going to proceed into Frigate. He's going to... I think he might just wait Frigate out until he gets go mode.
Yeah, seems likely enough because it's so close to the ship. Just a missile in HAT.
Now, can boost ball be in Frigate, or does it expect you to go backwards if you can't undo the bars?
Ah, good question. No, I don't think anything in Frigate depends on boost ball.
It can be in Frigate.
Yeah, it can be in Frigate. There's nothing to stop it.
Okay. And it looks like Diggle is going to pick up the Vault artifact. He might be thinking about Flagra because we have supers in Spider. We could absolutely do reverse Flagra.
And of course, obviously, he could do it forward, too, because he has bombs.
Yeah, he might do it backwards just because it makes the fight a little easier.
Yeah, and also it's close from here.
Yeah, that it actually would be best case scenario. I'm not 100% sure Diggle wants to do that, but the option is on the table, absolutely.
Yeah,
and it wouldn't be a bad one considering... Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad option, though, considering we're still looking for some way out of Chozo right now.
And you never want to be that one guy who misses something vital on Flagra and loses the race because of that.
Or Plasma Beam on Thardus, like the last tournament.
Yeah. We have all, of course, been that guy at least once.
Oh, yes. I was that guy in the weekly, the Echoes weekly this week, too. Didn't realize Boost Ball could be a Mining Station B.
Aha.
Oops-tee.
I enjoy watching Echoes rando runs, but I've never been much into them myself.
Yeah, we now have randos for all three Prime games, which is amazing, by the way. Shout out to Gala for putting Corruption Rando into the light.
Yeah, we had been talking about it for ages, but then Gala finally sat down and said, okay, let's do this.
And chat's pointing out we do have logical access to mines. We can actually get there through, I believe, Workstation.
Yeah, I've been forgetting to check chat. Hi, chat. How are we all doing tonight?
Oh, through Frigate. That's right, through the front door. Duh. Keep thinking the Workstation entrance because we have power bombs. So the other items in Frigate were all just missiles and an E-tank. So yeah, Frigate is not the play right now. Diggle is making the correct move, putting this off.
Yep. Yeah, it can't be overstated how big a factor luck is in these things as well. In that last race between Diggle and Interslice, they both played extremely well, but luck was on Diggle's side.
Absolutely, luck and that the power. Excuse me, the power bomb door saving strat for Chapel made a little bit of a difference too.
Oh, we're in for a real treat. Diggle's doing magma pool without Varia.
Ooh, gutsy.
Just a missile for his trouble, but let's see the other two.
I was about to say, I'm not even sure what that was, because the text didn't flash.
Just a missile here.
Now, one thing that we really should see for this finale, that was another missile.
Oh, poor Diggle.
One thing we really should see, that I hope we do see, is a shiny missile. That would be one heck of a way to end this tournament.
Yeah, that would be pretty great.
And
do you know how many have been seen in the tournament so far? I know there was at least one.
I want to say 3.
Mm-hmm.
3 have been found. I remember where 2 of them were. One was in Main Quarry. The other was in Ice Ruins West.
Yeah, for those who don't know, this is an Easter egg in the randomizer. It has the same chance of appearing as a shiny Pokemon. And when you do the math, it turns out about 1 in 20 seeds will have a shiny missile in them somewhere. But of course, you may not see it because you don't 100% every seed. And it's not, much like a shiny Pokemon, it's not better in any way, it's just shiny.
I'm sorry, we have completely perfect elevator sync?
That's amazing. That's a thing of beauty, we should clip this.
Well, at least the elevator started simultaneously. I think because they were going to different areas, it kind of desynced a little. Oh, Interslice treating us to Variolous Magmore. Here we go.
Yep. With 5 E-tanks, you can get pretty far. But, of course, there's if you're going in this direction, there's only one heated room, because for whatever reason, they just decided not to heat this part of Magmore. So, it's not as dangerous as going the other way.
I think Interslice got lost a little bit there, unfortunately.
Yeah, don't get lost in lava. Not a good idea.
Yeah, not as deadly as Phazon, but it still hurts.
Yeah. So, here we have Geothermal Core, which we can't do without Boost Ball, so I'm just going to bypass that for now. I mean, it can physically be done, but you have to go out of pounds and stuff.
Yeah, not to mention, thankfully, this is based off the US 1.0 version, which thankfully does not have like 2 extra arbitrary ways to make sure that you don't get this early.
Yeah, I will never stop loving the player's choice implementation of preventing you from early plasma. They just lock the door and they don't tell you why.
Yeah, there's just
the
a
lock
random...
goes away when you get Grapple Beam. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, and then in PAL Trilogy, they would just add Power Bomb Rubble there.
I think PAL and Trilogy, that's right.
So Diggle's back in Frigate, is going to pick up the artifact this time.
Yep, and we'll see whether he goes through the rest of Frigate or turns around. We know that it won't pay if he goes forward.
Well, he could go, though, from there to the front door of Mines.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's before the bars. And I believe Diggle is more than capable of doing reverse bar skip as well. But that's, of course, not necessarily not something anyone wants to do.
I would wager we're going to have probably some progression in Upper Mines at this point, because we can do Main Quarry, we can do Security Cave, not Security Cave, Security Access A.
Yeah.
Also, Interslice, by the way, just nailing Thardus quarantine monitor dash. Like, no problem.
Yeah, like I said, these guys make it look easy. But there are certainly many twists this seed could still throw at us. The dream of Phazon in PCA lives on.
Interslice, you have Spider Ball.
Yeah, you're right. He's just doing that for swag.
Probably. More missiles in Transport Access.
Yep.
Nice door.
Probably going to get a reactor core check. Oh, no, we're just gonna go ahead and do Farfendrana.
This makes sense. There's a few things you can do in here, even though Security Cave is still out of logic without Grapple Beam.
Yeah, but certainly you don't need it.
Yeah, and they're probably going to just clear the whole place out. Gravity Suit is really the main key. Gravity Suit and Plasma Beam are really the 2 big keys for this place.
Yep, and Power Bomb.
Yeah, and a Power Bomb.
You never want to come here and not be able to get Security Cave. Or is it Storage Cave? Whichever.
Storage Cave.
Right, yeah.
Unless, of course, you have X-Ray and you can peek the item ahead of time.
Yeah, but even then, you might see something you want. Yeah, actually, I forget who told me this one recently, but you can remember the Security Cave is the one at the top of the room because high security.
Indeed. And the other one because cold storage.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. But I mean, Phendrana in general is pretty cold.
I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, Diggle, I'm sure, is very happy to see that biohazard containment energy tank.
Yeah, especially in a seed where Varia hasn't shown its face so far, so having to get through Magmore without it may be necessary.
I think if Varia is required, it's either going to be vanilla at this point, or it's going to be in Upper Mines, because we're running out of spaces.
Imagine vanilla Varia and vanilla Phazon.
Yeah, because both of those suits both the suits actually can pretty much be anywhere in Mines besides PMT.
Yeah.
Because although I think they need Boost Ball logically for Elite Research. At least for Elite Research upper.
For upper,
to move the drill.
Yes, to move the spinner, right.
Chat saying in before Varia and PMT. If that ends up happening... Oh, but Interslice just found X-ray and gravity chamber.
Aha. That's a key ingredient for in the Omega Pirate Dream.
It's a key in the Omega Pirate Dream, but the only thing is that's still out of logic.
Yeah, true.
So I don't think we have to really start raising alarm bells about OP until we either find Varia or... yeah, until we find Varia, pretty much.
Diggle is letting more of this cutscene play than usual.
Wonder if he just wanted to take a minute to plan his route out, seeing as he's still missing a couple things.
Possible. He might also just have been taking a drink.
Probably. Taking a time to dry your palms off.
Yep. Let's see if you can get this third try. Alright, made it. That's tricky. There's an easier way to get up there from the save room door, but this method is certainly much faster if you can do it. I have done it once in my life.
You know what would be the ultimate kicker? Vanilla Phazon, but Varia and PCA.
I like the way you think.
Or either or, really.
Yeah.
What is
Just
that?
A power bomb up there.
That is Boost Ball and Research Core.
Oh, really?
It is locked by Varia Suit.
Yeah, now that you mention it.
So...
Interslice is not happy. He's shooting that thing.
That'll complicate things. A lot.
Yeah.
It looks like an energy tank in Security Access A. Diggle is absolutely going to pick that up.
Mm-hmm.
Shoutouts to him getting through the next room with only Wave Beam and no charge in an SG Live.
The low percent strats. Yeah, as far as I understand it, the wave troopers in this room are the final bosses of low percent because they're just that hard.
Pretty much.
Just a missile in that room. This is where if you had taken a save to save scum here, you would reset.
The craziest thing is, if we find Phazon Suit in Upper Mines here, that Boost Ball and everything we're talking about, like logic leading up to it with X-Ray, is going to be completely irrelevant.
Yep.
And I think that's hilarious.
It is. It is definitely hilarious.
Yeah, chat's... chat is actually saying Boost is in logic without Varia. You can go enter Mines, go to Fendrana through Workstation. Because, yeah, Workstation actually doesn't need Varia Suit to just cruise right through it. And then you can get to Boost Ball that way.
Yeah, sometimes the logic does make outrageous demands if you're not willing to do a quick VMT. VMR, rather. What's VMT? Why was I thinking? Oh, PMT.
mixing rooms and strategies.
Yep.
All right, what's that in Aether? That looked like a missile, I guess, in both items?
Yeah, I think so. It would probably have stopped for anything better. Getting the item in Reactor Core, of course, means that Interslice has to do the rest of labs with the power off, but it does save him the trouble of the cutscene skip here.
Indeed. Which, by the way, does work on Trilogy.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, grapple in Elite Research.
That's nice to have.
Unfortunately, this is where Diggle's Mines Dive is going to end for now.
Yep.
Because he can't turn the spinner without boost. But he can go check Storage Depot B if he hasn't already.
Meanwhile, Interslice is a little low on health. I hope he'll be okay.
Yeah, he's hanging in there for now.
Yeah, if he were in Mines, it would be more dangerous.
Oh, yeah. Especially with Calvin here.
Yes, Calvin gave at least one of the runners quite a bit of fun in the previous match.
Diggle is trying to move the drill with only his momentum.
I actually
check this out, folks.
That's great.
Nicely done.
Yeah, it takes about a minute to get it around to break the other wall, but you can do it.
Wow. Diggle has just been wowing us with all these moves tonight, but it looks like...
pulling out all the stops for the final match.
Yeah. And missiles in Research Lab Hydra, but it looks like Interslice got interrupted in the scan, so he's got to get bullied a little bit to get out.
It's interesting to me that Diggle did not go ahead and spin to open that wall, because it would have taken a while, but if there was something important there, he's going to be so sad when he finds out.
Yeah, because right now, again, Boost Ball we've confirmed now is in logic. Assuming you do that lousy back and forth to go all the way through to Farfandrana.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Interslice is showing us some fun with overlapping cutscenes.
It's even funnier in Frigate when you manage to use bombs to kill the pirate on that first door before...
Oh, yeah, that's great.
The first gate before... oh my goodness.
Yeah, don't die, man. This would be a very bad time for it.
Yeah, this is not the way to go in a tournament finale. Luckily, he's just got to get through one more room and he's safe.
Yeah, and he has the advantage in that one more room of the pirate being facing away from him.
And Diggle passed up on Wavebuster in Elite Control Access.
That's fair.
Or was that Vent Control Access? I think it's Elite Control Access.
Please, yes, take the save.
Told you we weren't going to be done getting scared.
Yeah.
Alright, so Diggle did trigger the pirate AI, but luckily got him down just before he started absorbing shots.
Mm.
Interslice didn't even need to take the save.
Yeah.
So, if we can go through reverse labs, and we have supers and thermal visor, guess who else is in logic?
Good point. That would be Thardus.
Mm-hmm.
The big man, Gorignac himself.
Yeah, Diggle only found an energy tank in PPC. Might try to peek PCA early, but let's see. He's out of missiles.
Yeah, that's not a good situation. But fortunately, we've just got normal pirates here. No PCA peak, apparently, though he'll probably take one if he falls.
Maybe, but he's nailing the PPC climb.
Yeah, like I said...
Until that happens.
Oh, the turret! You gotta take out the turret before you try it.
Yep. And Diggle's decided, nope, let's just go check PCA, but it's missiles.
Okay. He's also making me nervous by standing in the phazon a little longer than is particularly safe.
Yeah, generally anything longer than 2 seconds is when the exponential energy drain really starts to kick in.
Yeah. Diggle is also making his life a little harder by accidentally destroying those boxes.
Yeah, I think he's looking for missiles, quite frankly, because he's still low on missiles, and the game is just not... The game is not cooperating. Alright, Fendrana, meanwhile, we have Ice Runes East Ice. Yeah, nothing but missiles and E-Tanks, which, granted, you're not going to say no to E-Tanks, but so far, nothing else happening. Still more missiles, so where is this Varia suit? Or this anything? Yeah, at this point, Diggle is going to...
So it's a race to see who can checkmate the other one's king first.
Yeah, it really just comes...
two players exploring totally different areas of the game, and it's anyone's guess who's going to get to the gold first.
Yeah, we might actually see... Actually, no, Interslice showed us Workstation, and it was already junk, so... Oh, you know where there is probably progression? Canyon. Canyon almost always has something.
Indeed, Era.
But yeah, I don't think Diggle's going to try and reach Triclops Pit with this many energy tanks. I'm not sure if that pirate was helping or hurting DiggleWrath there with that yeet. Because those missiles, yeah, they toss you. Oh, chat saying Interslice just checked Canyon, had nothing. Never mind.
Overlap the cutscene, melting the ice.
Well, unfortunately, my double suit OP dream is dead.
Now, this room, of course, won't be an issue the way it was last night. They have wave to get out.
Indeed.
So logically, it's probably just going to be a missile.
Probably. That is not a missile. That is an energy tank. I was about to say, why is Interslice going for it? But
it's about a
apparently he wants
30-second
energy
detour
tanks
to do this.
He might be thinking about doing Variolous Magmor to go all the way to Lava Lake.
The fact that it's likely to be faster to get lots of E-tanks and skip and take a little jaunt through Magmor than to get from place to place without it.
Yeah, and power bombs make Mama Sheegoth a cakewalk anyway. Okay, so both runners seemingly forgetting that they have Spider Ball, but Diggle having less trouble getting up the spider track.
Where Varia was... I forget where Varia even was, but it was in a weird place, and two of us didn't even find it. We just resorted to doing VMRs.
Oh, yikes. Wow, that Hunter Metroid has been giving both runners a hard time tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have a problem, though. We've basically full cleared Fendrana and all of Mines, Upper Mines.
Yeah, which means Lower Mines is likely to be where the good stuff is, or else Varia's there and something good is in Magmor.
Well, the other problem is we've been neglecting Sun Chamber.
Yeah.
So we're still we could totally still be having that Vanilla Varia suit, or it could be on Ghosts.
For a horrible moment, I thought they had forgotten to go back for Ruined Gallery, but I think they did.
No, Diggle at least went back for Ruined Gallery.
Okay.
And it was just missiles.
Just a missile here, too.
Yeah, Diggle's going to start picking up expansions, I think, just to get a quick refill.
Yeah. It's quite annoying to refill missiles in this game. There are only 2 missile refill stations, and they're not in the greatest places.
And at this time, Diggle has all 6 artifacts.
Wow.
Ooh, Interslice is doing that Variolous Magmor, but Transport Tunnel A is just missiles.
Yeah,
he did
no
take a
love here.
safety save. He did take a safety save, though, right before coming here, so he should be okay to at least get to Warrior Shrine.
Yep. And if he gets lucky and finds Phazon here in Magmor, he doesn't have to worry about anything else.
Pretty much, but he does get an energy tank, which will be a nice break.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not sure how this cave could possibly be overheated, but This is also the same area that doesn't heat the room near plasma processing.
Yep. And it's literally called geothermal core. You'd think that would be hot.
Indeed, but it looks like Interslice is going to take the next energy tank in Upper Fiery Shores.
And now going ahead to do some of the other heated parts of Magmor. He's playing bold.
Yeah, given you're getting all this extra time, and that's another energy tank.
Wow. We may actually see a 14 E-tank seed here.
I think the game is pretty much screaming at you to do all this VMR stuff. I know it's not part of the logic today, but
the seed does not know how to scream that at you. It doesn't. The trick is not in logic. So
exactly.
Now let's see what's in the pillar. Something that comes as a surprise to a lot of casual players is that while a missile can break it, so can a charge shot.
Yeah, that's a particularly fragile piece of pillar.
Yep.
You know, the one in Lava Lake is pretty bad, but that one is just fragile.
Yeah. Same goes for the wall in Watery Hall, by the way. Charge shot works fine for that. Watery Hall access, rather. Is that a missile or... No, PB.
I'm sure Interslice won't say no to it for now.
Yeah, especially since this room isn't heated.
But yeah, Diggle's going to take the same path at this point. Although once he now sees Boost Ball, I wonder if he's going to dip low, turn around and go to Lower Mines now.
Yeah, there's a pretty good chance of that.
Because he's activating the force fields. Actually, no, it makes sense to do this and then just fall into the boost ball.
Yep.
It was about 3 E-tanks within a minute, THK, so yeah, Interslice should be okay to get to Lava Lake and get out in time. I would hope. As long as he doesn't take a collision with a puffer, he should be okay.
Yeah, we all wonder about that, Mayo.
I think if he just gets through this door, he's okay.
Oh,
one more room.
Cutting it pretty close. Whew.
Well done.
Yeah, that's probably the best VMR we've seen this tournament. So much of Magmoor all in one go.
And it had absolutely nothing.
Yep.
besides 3 energy tanks.
Yeah, the E-tanks without which he would not have made it.
Absolutely not. Yeah, that was astounding.
Yep.
And it looks like Diggle is going to walk out of labs.
Yeah, so we won't see anything new on his side for a bit.
Yeah, which unfortunately, I think this gives Interslice a bit of an advantage at the moment because Grapple Beam's not really going to do DiggleWrath any favors at the moment.
No.
So let's see where Interslice goes. He is going back up to Chozo. I thought for a minute he was in Chozo taking the elevator, but no, he hasn't gone to Chozo yet. Oopsie. What do you think, Flagra?
Move with the stuff he has is mines. Or Flagra.
He's not doing Flagra. He's going towards the vault. Oh, yeah, because Interslice never got Vault. He was late to bombs.
Oh, yeah, okay. So now they'll both have all 6 artifacts inside an hour, interestingly enough.
Inside an hour and just looking for Phazon suit.
Yep, so that tells you how good these runners are. But it also tells you that this seed is not going to take it easy on them.
No, it will not.
It's a pity. For just a minute, I thought we might have the dream of a sub-hour final match.
That would have been fantastic, but yeah, alas, it was just not meant to be. And Chad actually makes a good point that besides plasma processing, we've now basically full cleared Magmoor. So Variasuit, unless Phazon's in plasma processing, Variasuit is pretty much useless at this point.
Yeah, I mean, the only use for it would be to take shortcuts through Magmoor, but again, these runners are more than capable of going without.
Diggle did get Ruin Gallery tunnel Gollop. It was just missiles. Interslice is going for it right now.
Oh, so he hadn't got it yet.
Interslice didn't get it. Diggle did.
Aha. Well, that must have been sort of burning a hole in his pocket this whole time, because many a race has been decided by something critical in that tube.
Well, now it's just unfortunately burnt a sleeve out of his shirt.
Yeah.
And chat, actually, can you get to plasma processing without Variasuit? I think you actually can. I think that route from workstation to plasma processing is not heated.
That's right. There's only one heated room on the path from Magmoor workstation to the Twin Fires elevator.
And it's not. It's the one right before the elevator.
Yeah, it's called Twin Fires Access or something like that.
But yeah, at this point, yeah, Variasuit we know is effectively useless. But Diggle's gonna have a little bit of time here while Interslice wraps up all the Chozo checks that Diggle did not.
Yeah.
Or wraps up the Chozo checks that Diggle did earlier, I should say.
Ooh, Interslice.
Oh, except
he can save it because there's a standable chunk here and he has gravity suit.
Yeah, and because he now has 10 energy tanks, he can sweat it off no problem.
Yeah.
You know, Diggle's not going through labs with much more health than Interslice did.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I wonder how how it turned out that way.
Well, I think Diggle just brute forced it.
Yeah, but I'm surprised that there's even enough damage in labs if you're going fast to bring them down with that many tanks.
I don't think Diggle had full health going into labs either, because he actually was getting really bullied in Control Tower.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was down to 3 E-tanks by that point.
Oh, we're finally seeing the Flagra play. It had to happen.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if it's not Lower Minds at this point, now that Boost Ball's in Logic, I'm pretty sure it's either this or Thardus or Lower Minds, either of which is bad.
Yeah, Thardus is probably as bad as Flagra, and Lower Minds is worse, because if it's anything in the lower half of Lower Minds, you're faster going through OP to get out.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that PCA has already confirmed junk.
Yeah. Alright, so we're about to see the epic battle between Samus and a big stupid plant.
Who phase on my Venusaur?
Phazon might be where?
I said, who phase on to my Venusaur?
Oh. Yeah, well, Brawler, you may recall that as soon as the captain suggested that, I suggested he was jinxing it.
And I said, usually that is my thing when I jinx it. So, usually it comes true when I call things, but clearly not the case tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh,
Oh,
Interslice
hey.
treated us to the full Flagra music.
There we go.
For the uninitiated, if we have any here, the reason this Flagra trick works is that the bomb slots around him are not real bomb slots, they're just zones of damage that you can hit with bombs. So, and power bombs for that matter, but you have to be pretty close. So if you can jump to them, stand on them, and set a bomb, you're good.
I think there is a really precise spot where if you lay a power bomb, you can take out two at once.
That's true.
I think I remember hearing that the any percent task does that.
Yep. Personally, I've never bothered to replace the Flagra music because I feel he doesn't deserve it.
Fair enough.
And down goes the plant.
All right. Was it worth it? What is back there? It is missiles.
Looks like it to me too, yep. Well, that's 1 out of 2, but we can also do ghosts.
Yep, perfectly in logic and super easy with Spider Ball.
Yep.
And since Interslice, well, both runners have X-Ray, so Ghost is going to be a cakewalk.
Oh yeah, no trouble here.
The supers can track, you can keep locked. Oh, chat brings up a good point. No one's checked Life Grove. Now that Boost Ball is, now that we've dealt with our Boost Ball shenanigans, we don't have to worry about bar skip.
That's right.
Or rather, we can do bar skip.
Yeah.
And yeah, it doesn't look like Diggle's gonna burn that extra half a minute for Chapel Tank.
Okay. It's been really hard to tell this whole time who's ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it really comes down to what Diggle decides to do next here, because if Diggle decides to turn around and go back to Mines, I think, assuming Ghost is Baron here, that's gonna give him a bit of an edge here. And it looks like, let's see what he does here. Okay, he's taking the safety save. He's gonna prepare the VMRs.
Yeah, makes sense. Nearly an hour in one suit. That's so weird.
An hour, and we've only been one suit for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the artifacts were in great spots today.
Mm-hmm.
All things considering.
Just a missile on ghosts.
You get nothing. Yeah. Well, technically you get missiles, but you get nothing. So, wow, Flogger was not the answer.
Oh, not at all.
I will admit, I am shocked, especially given how long it's been open.
Yep.
Because, yeah, there really is just absolutely nothing left in Chozo. Alright, Diggle is going to get the health refill in Warrior Shrine. Interslice is trying to get out the door the back way. Nice collision.
Yeah. I mean, you can just boost through it. I wonder why he's doing the bomb jump.
Unless he's trying to get into a very specific position here. But the physics are saying lol no.
Yeah.
Diggle did not go for Warrior Shrine. He does not have the extra E-tanks.
Yeah, that's going to be risky. Oh, there we go.
Unfortunately, he's only got 2.5 tanks, and this is not an E-tank.
Yeah.
This will complicate things.
This is not the time to be missing Morphles and getting grabbed by Triclopes.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to make it. Now, he did safety save, so it's not the end of the world if he takes a KO here.
Yeah, and of course he hasn't found anything critical, so it's he can just skip these checks when he tries again.
In fact, if he wanted to try again, which is exactly what he's doing...
Oh, there we go. So, first death of this final match.
Yeah. They're both playing incredibly aggressively here, which,
yeah, no
to be fair, it has been amazing for the audience at home.
Yeah, and certainly a lot of fun for us to comment on, too.
Yeah, for that, if nothing else. Now it just really comes down to where the heck is this Phazon suit?
Yep. Maybe we should take bets on it like they do in Link to the Past runs for which item in Ganon's Tower will be the big key.
Yeah, or I know ZSR and like Majora's Mask Randomizer, they have a bet for where the last item is. But Chad is pointing out Life Grove, and that looks to be where Interslice is going.
Yeah, good thinking on his part.
Which, to be fair, I think, given where everything was, I would not be surprised if Life Grove was the answer at this point.
Yeah, imagine this whole tournament coming down to LGT.
Oh, jeez. It could happen.
Yeah, for those who don't know, LGT is the room we hate the most by far, because it's just, they were sloppy with the physics for this half-pipe, and so you can be stuck there for a long time.
Yeah, it has something to do with, at least based on my observations, it has something to do with the game trying to convert your control physics between half-pipe and regular.
Yeah.
Because when it does that, your controls lock up for a split second, and more often than not, that causes you to get stuck in the half-pipe.
Yep. Half-pipes were a really neat idea, but the implementation was a little buggy.
Right, Diggle's now seeing all the E-tanks and is going to try again for Heck Run 2.
Yep. Meanwhile, just 2 of the checks in Life Grove Tunnel Life Grove haven't paid off so far, but let's see the third. This, by the way, is one of the spinners you can turn without boost, but the setup for it is much, much more difficult than the one we saw earlier.
Indeed, and it is just a missile in Life Grove.
No
so
love in Life Grove today.
We are down to Great Tree Chamber. We are down to OP. We're down to Thardas.
Didn't one of them check Great Tree Chamber?
They might have.
Well, we'll know if Interslice checks it now.
But yeah, Diggle should be now more than an okay on HP. I don't think he's going to save time if he elects to skip Flogger, though.
Yeah, Interslice must have done Great Tree Chamber if he's not doing it now.
Okay.
So once again, we're seeing a bar skip. That's the second from Interslice just today. He's not even bothering to open the bars.
Yeah, now... Interslice. Yeah, Diggle's going to get a little time back here as Interslice goes ahead and pretty much full clears upper mines. But now going to lower mines, that's where the question marks are going to start changing to exclamation points.
Yeah, there's nothing to stop him at this point. He is missing grapple beam, but he doesn't need it, not by a long shot.
Number one. Number two, he's going to get it in Elite Research anyway.
Oh, yeah.
And Chad also points out Elite Research Upper is still unknown, and Diggle elected to not pick that up. So for all we know, that could be Phazon.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy, is Diggle going to be sad if it is.
Yeah, that's going to be a big oof. But that does also mean the game was expecting you to double dip mines.
Mm. Yeah, when you don't have many tricks on, what the game expects you to do can be hilarious to figure out.
Yeah, that's why typically in SMZ3 seeds, in our weeklies, when we have normal modes, they tend to actually be more trolly than hard modes.
Mm.
Just because hard mode expects you to do more stuff, but it also puts stuff closer together as a result.
Right.
I mean, this seed basically went from really good to really bad real quick.
Yep.
Pretty much as soon as Upper Mines was confirmed Baron besides Supers. Not Supers, Grapple.
Yeah, and again, it tells you something about these runners that we've now seen so much of the game that we can already declare it a bad seed, but it's only been an hour, they've gone that fast.
And yeah, it looks like Diggle's going to do Flaggle from the other side, which is faster, because Diggle doesn't need to go to Magma Pool and such, so he can go from the back and be okay.
It's still slow and tedious, though, because the cutscene still plays after each bomb slot, and you have to get back into the center each time, so it still takes a while.
Please don't get knocked away by the shell thingies.
Yeah.
Luckily, the blocks are just big enough where you could... I was about to say,
close.
Diggle may have been second-guessing laying that bomb there for a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, at that point, it's like, nope, gotta commit. Otherwise, it's back down.
Yeah.
The block, they're called Oculuses. Okay.
Right, yeah.
Boy, that must generate a rift in between community members.
Go stand in the corner.
Which one? I've got like 6 in my apartment. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
Chat is going nuts. Well played, my friend. So DiggleWrath is showing us what it looks like when you fight Flagra without Flagra being aware of it. It's just a big, stupid bulb in the middle of the room, and it doesn't even have collision. So it's this joke of a fight is certainly much easier than the real one.
Yeah, then you basically trigger the fight, and then he just poofs out of existence.
Yep. It's pretty satisfying for all of us who have struggled with Flagra from time to time, but it's still kind of a long thing to do.
Alright, Interslice is at Elite Research Upper now. Let's see what the story is.
Yeah, this is going to be huge. Or nothing.
If this is Phazon suit, that is going to be end of race. I don't think that was Phazon suit. That did not look wide enough. It was not Phazon suit.
I couldn't even tell it. I didn't see anything in there at all.
I saw something, but it was more vertically. It was more of a vertical item than it was a circle.
Yeah, well, the way
also this cutscene
zipped on past it tells us all we need to know.
Pretty much. And yeah, based on the Diggle had no trouble starting and killing Flagra because the camera's a little wonky during that cutscene as a result. Yeah, these two pirates are being bullies.
Yeah, they usually are. They're hilarious because when you come down here without hitting the trigger for the room, they're just staring at the wall. This is how they spend their workday.
Wasn't there like a really old like Metroid Prime themed animation where it's like the day in the life of a couple of space pirates?
Yeah, there were a couple of those. It was great. I think one of them was named Kaiden.
Something like that.
Yeah, that was on Newgrounds back when everybody was on Newgrounds.
Yeah. Memories. Very good ones too.
Yep. A few people in the chat recognize the video we're talking about.
It's probably on YouTube somewhere.
Yep. Well, I mean, Newgrounds still exists. It's probably still there.
Fair enough. Alright, Interslice, that's going to be Wave Buster for Interslice, and is electing to get it. Probably to help against Wave Pirates, and especially given how many missiles that they picked up.
Yeah, gotta use them for something.
Despite the fact of all the stuff they have picked up, Diggle only has 100, has 14 missiles.
Well, he's firing a lot of super missiles at the moment, so that will drain the pool.
Fair enough, but he's just been getting bad luck with these drops all day.
Yep. Something else about Prime as compared to the other games in the series. If this game wants you to have a bad time with drops, it will let you have a bad time with drops.
And it sucks.
Oh, that was funny. I think Diggle was standing right on where the item appeared, and so it immediately went into it.
Yep. I'm pretty sure I think there is an audio cue when that happens, so you at least know when it is something. And not to mention, if it was Phazon suit, Diggle would know because, cosmetics.
Yep.
Traffic cone suit. And yeah, Diggle is doing the recommended method you mentioned earlier, where he just does this. Except I think he's got to boost way more times than he is actually doing, but then he just decides to hop over it.
Sometimes your position is a little off and you have to back out of the wall and try again. But there are several sort of one-way walls like that in the game where you can just boost through from the other side for whatever reason.
Yeah, Elite Research Upper is actually one of those too.
Yeah.
Or going back into Phazon Mining Tunnel from out of bounds.
Oh.
Is another
cool.
one. But yeah.
I've done the out of bounds for Phazon Mining Tunnel, but it's cool because for a long time we had one thing that was really cool in 100%, which was that we could get that item without the Phazon suit. Because that was the only category where we would have enough E-tanks to do it. But now that's no longer even necessary because we can bypass the tunnel altogether.
Yeah, because that used to be the early newborn.
Early newborn, that's what we called it.
Yeah, we have something similar in Echoes because you can get to In Reliquary without Light Suit.
Yeah. And we have something similar in Corruption because of the Hazard Shield skip.
Right. Although I don't think Hazard Shield skip needs nearly as many energy tanks. What is that?
No, it doesn't.
That is missiles, and Interslice is just not even bothering to fight the cloak drone.
Yeah, if you don't fight the invisible drone, then you don't have to get the item in the maze. If you do fight him, you better get the item or else you're risk a crash.
Yeah, especially if you choose to do anything with the firing squad, pretty much.
Yeah, these turrets use a lot of RAM, apparently.
Yeah, a lot of RAM. They're firing a lot of heavy projectiles on the screen. But
I think you can still get away with having them fire at you, but if you fire at them, the sparks created are what caused the problem.
Yeah, because that's pretty much what kills like emulators when they're running Prime, is that any distortion or spark effects, the game just causes massive hiccups with it. That was a... oh, I know, then never mind. Interslice is checking MQA. That is not Phazon suit. That is missiles.
Nah, too bad.
So
Interslice showed off the sign in this room in the previous race, and it's cool to watch.
Being perfectly honest here, unless Phazon suit is on Thardus, I think Interslice is considerably further ahead right now. Because he's going to be able to completely clear out lower mines, looking for...
but if Phazon is on
looking
Thardus,
for Phazon
just
suit.
imagine.
Yeah, because that would be monumental. Like, I think it was THK who generated this seed.
Tunnel, but didn't quite make it.
That's Ice Spreader. I was about to say, I'd recommend picking that up. That would make EXO a lot less of a pain in the backside.
Ice Spreader saves a good...
What was that again? You broke up a second.
Know if he'll choose to. It is a very hard trick.
I lost you for like 6 seconds or so. What happened?
The possibility of exo skip.
Okay.
Pointed in Life Grove at the moment, while Interslice continues through mines. What's in the little circle of mushrooms? Well, doesn't matter.
Yeah, Interslice must have looked, but didn't pick it up.
And this... Yep.
And that's Phazon suit in Metroid Quarantine. Oh, no, it's not. Oops. False alarm.
Oh, such a shame.
Sorry, chat. I thought for sure that was Phazon. Can it still be very on OP? Will it effectively be my prediction just one room off? So if Phazon is not... So if Phazon is not here, we are down to Plasma Processing and Thardus.
Pretty much.
That's essentially it.
Yep.
An answer question chat. Varia was in MQB.
Yeah, just now. And meanwhile, here comes Diggle to follow the same path as Interslice.
Yeah, he's
That's
gonna.
Too bad. If he had gone for Plasma Processing or for Thardus, this could have got real interesting.
Absolutely, yeah. But at the very least, Diggle is going to be able to zip through mines pretty fast. Because he just needs to get back down to Central Dynamo and move from there. That's about it.
Yep. Unsurprisingly, Interslice nailing the early OP kill.
Now, is it Vanilla Phazon suit? Is that going to be the deciding factor of this race? Because it looks like it in the cutscene, but we won't know until we hear the glorious jingle.
Yeah, it's a funny thing. This cutscene gives you whatever suit you currently have +1. It's a missile. It's a missile, folks. This is still anyone's game.
Oh my. So now basically Interslice has a choice here. Go left and go to Thardus, or go right and go to Plasma Processing. Take your pick.
He still has a good lead over Diggle, but not as much as he would have had if that had been Phazon.
Absolutely not, yeah. He does still have a few minutes left to make that choice, and might even be able to do the other one if time permits, because Diggle still has to get down there and kill OP.
Yep.
And it is still going to take a few minutes. But
by the way, I always find it hilarious when you are exiting OP without Phazon suit, and the game is intending to show you the awesome features of your new Phazon suit right now by giving you a tunnel full of this stuff, but nope, still burns you.
Oops.
All of it, THK. All of it.
Yeah, because they both know THK generated this.
Yep.
Arrow Razor, what did you miss? You missed Varia suit in MQB, and we still don't know about Phazon.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of do. It's down to pretty much Plasma Processing or Thardus. I still can't believe I thought that was Varia. Or thought that was Phazon.
Well, I mistook it for a missile, so you're in good company. Diggle is going to kill the drone.
I was about to say, Diggle, what are you doing? This is completely unnecessary.
Just imagine if this had been Phazon suit and Interslice had simply mistaken it for a missile.
I doubt it, yeah, because the auras are like there's no aura on Phazon suit.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna do some counting here.
Okay.
Oh, and that's a dead end. That'll complicate things.
Yep. As Captain was explaining in the previous match, the number of cells it takes to solve
Never mind. 19
Can be
square
any
maze.
odd number from 15 to 55, except for 53.
19 square maze.
Oh, really?
There was a water puddle right next to the tank.
Yeah, pretty trivial. By the way, if you've ever wondered why it can only be an odd number, consider coloring the squares of the maze in a checkerboard pattern, and you'll see that you always go from white to black or black to white, and therefore the number will always be either odd or always even, but never both.
And ladies and gentlemen, plasma processing was the answer. Interslice is in go mode at 119.14.
Phase-on processing confirmed.
So Variasuit was not required this seed.
Yep. And no Thardus, at least on Interslice's side.
I think actually chat brings up a good point. I think this means flamethrowers on Thardus. Because we never saw flamethrower.
Yeah, seems right. I mean, I heard someone say validator spotted, but it might have been a mistake.
I was Diggle. Diggle had skipped Wavebuster as well was.
Ah, okay.
And people consider Wavebuster the other validator too.
That's fair.
Oh no, chat says Frost Cave had flamethrower.
Oh,
so that means Thardus has nothing. It's probably the last E-tank.
Fenrir, what is you're saying about the thing they turned on just for this? They had turned off previously.
They previously had turned on plasma processing without ball upgrades in the last match.
Oh, yeah, right.
Although, the problem that Diggle had is that he didn't have boost the first time through. If he had boost the first time through, we'd be seeing he'd probably had picked up Phase-on a lot earlier.
But yeah, that would have changed everything.
But yeah, at this point, we can pretty safely say this is going to be Interslice's race to lose.
Yep. And with all these E-tanks, I don't think we're going to see him lose it.
I doubt it. Because, yeah, at this rate, I think Diggle is going to reach plasma processing right around the time Interslice is finishing up.
Sounds about right.
He's probably going to be able to get the item, but after that, that's it. Chad does bring up a good point, though. Boost, it does not help that Boost was all the way in labs.
No, not at all.
And you were expected to go back to mines afterwards to get... Actually, no, you weren't, because really, you didn't need to go to mines besides Grapple Beam.
RoboScout makes an excellent point that what's happening to Diggle now is revenge for the rest of the tournament.
I mean, I'm not too surprised considering how many crazy bad seeds we got, especially in the first couple of weeks.
Now that said, Diggle is also the TO, so he's earned the right to throw a little junk at us.
Fair.
Diggle just got his Varia, as Interslice deals with Meta Ridley.
For this, if nothing else, they're going to be going into final bosses with max resistances.
Oh yes, final bosses will be a snap for these guys.
And
Ice Spreader in particular is going to really speed up Exo.
And Interslice got the mid-air boost on Ridley, which turns out actually isn't faster.
Yeah, it's not faster in real time, but it's slightly faster in game. Ah, good snipe at almost the last moment.
Yeah, right now, Ridley being very cooperative with... never mind. Okay, there he goes.
Yeah, I don't think that's cooperative if you have to snipe him.
And then he got an invincible heart bug.
Yeah. Ridley does that sometimes. He will just not take damage when it suits him.
Yeah, but that's it. Interslice is going to Impact Crater.
All right.
Yeah, I think given how long... Yeah, I think given how long it's going to take Exo, I think Diggle is going to reach plasma processing before Interslice finishes, and that's when it's going to hit him.
Yep.
It is like one of the worst feelings to just realize what your go mode was right as the .done comes in, but unfortunately that is the nature of Randomizer.
And I believe it's exactly what happened to Interslice last match.
Essentially, yes. Would you excuse me for a minute? I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, sure. Meanwhile, Omega Pirate bubbling all over Samus on Diggle's side. Let's see if Interslice can get the... well, I was going to say, let's see if he can get through that room without taking damage, but I actually was looking at Omega Pirate melting and missed it. So Interslice climbing this room in agile fashion. There are several different climbs. Interslice does a slightly different one from the one that most of us learn, which is climbing to the right side of the door, but whatever gets you there. We will not see Exo skip today, it seems. Alright, so the story with Metroid Prime Exoskeleton is he has 4 sub-chambers you fight him in. The first one, he has 2 beam colors, Power and Wave. In the second, Power, Wave, and Ice. In the third, all 4 beam colors. And in the final sub-chamber, he just goes nuts, does whatever he wants, whenever he wants. But the first 3 are pretty much scripted. We get some swag Wave Buster here. Always nice.
And you might as well, you got all those missiles.
Gotta use them for something. But he will have ample use for them with Ice Spreaders and Super Missiles, too. So let's see what we see first in this chamber. Oh, no switch. That does occasionally happen. It's pretty rare, though. Yeah, so he's not going to Wave Bust again, but save some missiles for the other charge combos.
Yeah, I think more than 1 or 2 Wave Busters is kind of pushing it at 150 missiles. If it was like 200, 250, you'd probably be burning super combos the whole fight.
Yep. But the startup cost of Wave Buster is, just makes it quite demanding. Because Interslice got the turnaround shot with Wave Beam there, it made sense to use charge shots instead of an Ice Spreader, but then he used an Ice Spreader for the turnaround because it kills this whole phase. Short version is Ice Spreader does enough damage to end a whole phase. So if you've already got some damage through a turnaround shot, then it's not. It's more efficient just to finish with charge shots.
Yeah, no need to burn time. You don't need on wasting the freeze animation.
Yeah.
And
this sub-chamber always starts with a useless tractor beam. It doesn't even hurt you.
Doesn't even hurt you, but it does drag you close to the claws.
Yeah. One thing that's kind of funny that can occasionally happen is that the tractor can try to pull you into the wall. And when it does, just like your grapple beam when you hit an object, it breaks off.
Fascinating.
Yep, happened to me last night. Flame missiles. So shoot them down, or they will hit you and set you on fire, and that hurts for an extended period.
Yeah, it does like close to 90 damage.
Yep.
Diggle, meanwhile, is about to get the very bad news that he just about last location plasma processing.
Yeah, poor guy.
So Diggle's in go mode, but he's just going to be probably wrapping up Meta Ridley by the time Interslice finishes up here.
Yeah, you probably noticed him taking a dip in the lava there. I might have too in his place. While Interslice is on the Madness sub-chamber, anything can happen here and will.
Case in point.
Yep.
Exo just did a double speed charge.
Yeah. He seems to like Plasma at the moment, which is good because you can do a lot of damage quickly, but Ice is the best because of Ice Spreader.
Yeah, basically you want to hope for Plasma and Ice pretty much the whole rest of this chamber.
Yeah.
Power wouldn't hurt, though, because, you know, supers. I'm pretty sure that Interslice only had a couple of frames before the swap there. That was very nice.
Yeah. The timing of every turn shot is a little different.
This should be the last one.
Mm-hmm. Aha, those missiles. They will hit him in the cutscene, and they won't hurt, but his visor will still be crackling when he comes out of it. Yep, there we go. The prophecy has been fulfilled.
Yeah, and with this, Interslice is down to the final boss of Metroid Prime Essence.
Please give us the music, Interslice. It's the last match of the... Aw, man!
Nah, when everything's on the line, every frame matters.
Yeah, it's true. As far as he knows, Diggle's already here. And
I mean...
Prime Essence will be absolutely delighted to mess up your lead by wasting cycles.
Case in point, two of their match in the last, not this last one, but the one before, where they tied.
Yep. Now, Essence RNG can easily make minutes of difference. So we're seeing attack cancels here, which is when you attack Prime in at basically the first possible moment repeatedly to skip through his cycle of attacks. This will make him lay a pool again as soon as possible.
Yeah, gotta watch position though. Make sure that Essence is not over the exo body, because if that happens, she'll just go ahead and switch visors on you and not lay a pool.
Yep. Now, if it wants to, it'll do that anyway. There's not much you can do to control its position.
Yeah, like right now, this is going to result in a pool skip if Interslice can't get Essence to move.
Yep.
Yeah,
There's nothing you can do about it. It is an essential feature of the fight.
Ooh, but he got lucky. Essence kind of lurched forward just a little bit after that last sidestep. And one more series should do it. He's deciding to play it safe and just wait for the next pool to load.
Essential. Anybody? Fine. Oh, Diggle made it to
Oh,
rhythm.
jeez. Yeah, I get it. Sorry, that took a minute, but...
Okay. But it's nice to see that Diggle made it to the final boss area just in time.
But yes, with that, folks, Interslice will be... But yes, with this, folks, Interslice finishes in first place and will win the Metroid Prime 2020 Randomizer Tournament, win first place with an official race time GG time of 1:31:02.
Yep. Are you going to send the invite, or should I?
I got it.
Okay. Down goes Ridley on Diggle's side. We'll see if he decides to finish. With just final bosses left to go, it's entirely likely he might.
It should also be noted that DiggleWrath has forfeit.
Oh, he has? Yes, I see now.
Hi.
Hey. GG.
Hey.
Oh, no, anyone. Just a moment.
Yeah.
So GG's to both of you, and Interslice, congratulations on taking first place for this tournament.
Oh, thank you.
That was
now
an
I can
incredible
hear.
race to watch. You both played your heart.
Well, GG Diggle, if you can hear me.
I can hear you now. I really wish Discord would stop resetting my audio devices, but oh well.
Yeah, well, fantastic match from both of you. Just incredible to watch.
I'm happy with how I played.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Funny
both...
story about plasma processing. I was considering going that way after after finishing up in Magmore, but I died before I get to Lava Lake. Like I went from Fendrana all the way to tried to go to Lava Lake, died. I ran out of HP.
Oh, you did that VMR too?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did that VMR, but he didn't do Warrior Shrine first, so he didn't get the massive treasure trove of energy tanks that were on the way down.
And so when I got all the E-tanks there, I'm like, all right, we'll go back to Lava Lake and check that. It's probably not in Plaza Processing, he lies to himself.
Yeah, but you both kind of back and forth took the same route for the most part. Like, Interslice, basically you both did the same not exactly the same thing where you all cleared mines in Flagra before doing plasma processing.
Yeah.
There was about a half an hour where you were doing different parts of the game, but then you swapped and did each other's parts of the game. So it was very exciting the whole time. But you did follow very similar routes.
I see.
I don't know about you, Diggle, but like I think I 99% of that. So
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
everything but Thardus.
You both
Same.
99%. You both 99% of the seed.
Yeah, people in chat were desperately hoping for Phazon on Thardus.
So that way
I was
Thardus-
prepared for that, but I thought I'll get plasma processing out of the way because that's a little bit faster.
Yeah, same. But when I was thinking to myself, is it happening again? Is Thardus going to decide another race?
We were thinking that.
Yeah, that was what decided the 2019 tournament, wasn't it?
It
Yeah.
was. Bash chose to skip Thardus, and Weakest Link didn't, and it had plasma.
Yep.
Wow, it's amazing we even came this close to having it happen again.
Yeah.
And it's kind of my fault, but we kind of false alarm for a second because we thought the suit in MQB was Phazon.
So did I.
Yeah, we all hoped.
I didn't hope it was. I didn't think it was going to be Phazon. That would be too merciful.
We honestly, the worst I was predicting was like Phazon on OP with Varia and PCA. But Varia wasn't required this seed at all, as it turns out.
No.
Yeah.
So people in chat are congratulating you, except for THK, who is running for cover.
That was a good seed, except for that Phazon suit. That would have been super
Yeah,
That
fast.
could
if
have
Phazon
gone
suit was
so
really-
much worse.
Yeah, it was Jet except Phazon. We get a lot of those seeds, don't we?
Yeah.
Yep. Where was Boost? I forgot.
Research Core. It was in a bad spot because then you were expected to do Research Core, and then assuming you weren't going to lower mines to get Varia, go all the way back to plasma processing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a bad time, to say the least.
hmm
Well, great game, great playing, great tournament. We all had a really awesome tournament, I think.
Yeah. I want to
Wow.
thank Diggle for organizing this whole thing and all the other tournament organizers too.
That's
it's
right.
not
I
easy.
did put this together. I forgot. I actually forgot that I did this.
Yep.
No.
So he's really gone above and beyond, and it's been a great tournament for these past couple of months.
Yeah.
In a year when we could certainly use the distraction.
hmm
No kidding. And also, shoutouts to Gollop, who for the majority of this tournament has been a fantastic tracker. And shoutouts to all the others who have chosen to help volunteer their time to help us have an easier time here in the comms booth and track for these races.
Yeah, the community.
Yeah,
really-
indeed. I also want to thank everybody who took part in it, whether as a runner, a tracker, a commentator. Thanks to everybody who made this what it was, and I'm glad someone got some joy out of it.
Yeah, I think.
Oh yeah, wait, no, I'll be lying if I didn't say I got some joy out of it with the garbage I make.
Well, I guess we're about done here, eh?
I guess so.
Yeah.
So follow the runners, follow the commentators, follow the trackers, join the Discord. We have a ton of fun at the Discord. So the links are being posted by THK in the chat at the moment. And other than that, thank you all who have participated or watched this tournament, and have a great rest of your 2020, and see you next mission.
See you next mission, folks.
See ya.
Suffering. But also have a nice evening, everybody.
Yeah.